Well, thousands of bus riders in the Bridgeport area could soon be left with fewer options to get around. Greater Bridgeport Transit said it desperately needs either to raise more money or cut costs to try to close a more than $7 million funding gap. So now they are looking at cutting some service as an answer to their problems. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules is live in Bridgeport. She listened to some bus riders who say they depend on this public transportation. Alicia.
Tim, during a press conference that wrapped up about an hour ago, Greater Bridgeport Transit said that if they don't get additional funding, they'll have to cut service by 30%. Some bus riders I spoke with say these cuts would be devastating to them.
And I live in Stratford, so one of my only options to get home is either the bus or I have to wait for a train.
David Florian, a student at Capitol Prep Harbor, says that catching the bus is difficult at times, and if services are cut, he may have to walk home.
There were some cases where I was even late to the bus and I had to walk an hour or 2 hours home. So to even not have to even remove one of those options to get home is disappointing.
Greater Bridgeport Transit says they've exhausted their federal pandemic relief funding that currently supports their operations. As their funding runs out, the company is now facing a $7.6 million funding gap. The $7.6 million is covered in the state budget, but state legislators fear it could be removed from the budget. Greater Bridgeport Transit CEO Stephen DeMichelle estimates that more than 1 million trips will be affected by these cuts.
A reduction of up to 30% in service is a step in the wrong direction, and it erases years of progress.
These cuts could result in several bus routes no longer servicing stops across Bridgeport and surrounding communities. It could also cause several bus routes to no longer offer service on the weekends.
That would affect a lot of us pretty badly.
Salim McLean, a student at Capitol Prep Harbor, says a majority of his classmates depend on the bus to get to and from school. He thinks these service cuts would be devastating to families across the city and surrounding communities.
Because now parents have to leave work early because they have to come and pick up their kids because they don't have a right of transportation home no more because the city buses don't have enough funding.
Greater Bridgeport Transit is asking riders to contact state lawmakers and the governor's office to help them secure that funding and avoid those service cuts. Live in Bridgeport, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.